The race for that fourth playoff spot is certainly heating up, and two strong contenders, Kolkata and Punjab, for that spot battle it out in match number 46 of the Indian T20 League. And two strong contenders for Pundit of the Year, Mandira, Lalvani and Ayaz Memon. Join me for another episode of Cricket Pundits. Ayaz, Mandira, great to see you as always.
Thank you, Anubhav.
Ayaz, a lot riding on this encounter for both teams, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. And a lot has happened over the weekend. That's the reason why there's so much riding on this encounter, because, these were teams, they are in the running certainly now. And, if Punjab beats Kolkata, then they switch positions between numbers 4 and 5, so to speak. But what a remarkable fight back by Punjab against Hyderabad. That was a match which looked like they were doomed to lose. And then they had this amazing, just capitulated, didn't Hyderabad. So I think what it showed was Punjab's growing resilience and growing ambition. Earlier such massive matches they were losing. Now they are winning these matches. And where Kolkata is concerned, it's a very contrasting win they had, because they kind of decimated Delhi, which will look like the second most powerful team, or almost the same as strong as Mumbai, lost by 59 runs. That's like losing by an innings and 10 wickets in a test match. So that's a massive margin. And Delhi's kind of famed bowling attack was taken apart by Sunil Narine, Nitish Rana. I've been talking about Nitish Rana for a long while. He's coming into his own. I think opener's position is probably helping him, but he's come back very strongly. And then you get a little more heft in the top order. And then the bowlers, Pat Cummins. I know Varun Chakravarti is another guy I've been speaking very highly about, because he just seems to have all the batsmen, the most experienced of them, flummoxed with his finger spin and wrist spin. My picks for this match: Punjab, KL Rahul. You have to pick Mohammad Shami is the other guy. The other bowler I'll pick, and I'll pick M. Ashwin, who's actually been bowling extremely well. He's come into his own for Punjab. Earlier he was iffy whether he would be in the team or not, but he's come back strongly. And he also has a very well disguised googly, so that's helping him a lot. And for Kolkata, the players have to be Nitish Rana, in my opinion, Sunil Narine, and Pat Cummins. Because Varun, I think we assume that he's going to do his job. So that's my pick from these two teams.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ayaz. Over to you, Mandira.
Brilliantly put by Ayaz as always. I think both the teams are, on the back of win. Punjab has had 4 wins on the trot, and they will look, and that momentum is definitely going to help them. And also, they have the image of a lion, and it's almost as though they're roaring back and how. So that is working really well for them. As far as the bowlers are concerned, I think Arshdeep Singh was fantastic, as was Chris Jordan. And, like Ayaz mentioned, the way they took apart the Hyderabad side was fantastic. Hyderabad needed 27 to win of 24 balls. It's like you can close your eyes and say, of course, Hyderabad's going to win it. But to lose 7 wickets in 14 runs or whatever, it was nuts. And that just shows you that this is the same Punjab side which previously was crumbling under pressure. But now it's come into such a momentum of winning and turning things around that it is being able to withstand pressure. As far as Calcutta is concerned, Varun Chakravarti, for sure, when we made our predictions for the weekend, Delhi versus Calcutta, we were so confident and brazen almost. Calcutta doesn't have a chance. But you know what? They did, and they came and they showed us just why they had that chance. And Sunil Narine, I think, has made a big difference. Him coming back after being made to sit out, and him coming and batting in the middle of the order seems to have worked really well for Kolkata. I think Kolkata is still struggling to find where they should bat Dinesh Karthik. They're still giving him every option to score, and that is not really happening. I think Morgan should come ahead of Karthik. So there are a few tactical changes here that need to be made, but keeping in mind that both teams are ready to go. And like what we discussed earlier, both have the all-important matches now, right? If Kolkata wins, it solidifies its lead over Punjab and strengthens this position with a 4-point gap between the two. But if Punjab wins this match, which if we want to, then they topple Kolkata for the 4th spot. As far as my 3 players are concerned, for Punjab, I think they have progressively and successfully, plugged pretty much every hole, since the start of the tournament. The only hole that seems to be languishing is Glenn Maxwell. He is contributing with the ball, but maybe like what Ben Stokes did for Rajasthan, when you're seeing not a single 6, look at the player of his caliber. You never know. This might be the day for Maxwell. So I'd like to look out for Maxwell for one. Secondly, Arshdeep Singh. I think he was phenomenal in their prior outing. And third, Chris Gale. I do feel that Chris Gale's coming into the side has been a big boost for them. His current form has been really good. He's provided brilliant support for the openers. There's that freedom to play and that confidence. So those are my 3 for Punjab. As for Calcutta, Varun Chakravarti. Since Ayaz mentioned him, it's only fitting that I do. I think Nitish Rana was fantastic, definitely him. And Sunil Narayan, for sure. Does he continue to be that strong, that strength of, the what you may call it, like a dash metaphorical thing, like that strength for the team, which kind of binds it all together. So whether he's there or not there, it does really make a difference. Those are my things.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mandira. Both Mandira and Ayaz have extensively talked about the talking points surrounding this matchup. So I think without further ado, we can get into the predictions. Ayaz, your pick for this matchup between Kolkata and Punjab.
It's a really tough call, and all of us have put our foot in our mouth because of what's happened over the weekend. All the teams, massive upsets happening. Still no Mishti Doi. But I'm just borrowing what Mandira completely rightly put. That the momentum seems to be with Punjab. They seem to have got everything organized. Calcutta, resounding win, but they've still been, it's been a bit like like an electrocardiogram of a heart patient. So while they've had a massive win under their belt and Sunil Narayan's comeback has been of great value, but Punjab have consistently kept winning and beaten some big teams, and beaten, even in the previous match, beaten Hyderabad from a near impossible situation. So I would go with Punjab.
I would too, more or less for the same reason. Like I said, they're starting to handle pressure beautifully. The double over against Mumbai is clear testimony of that. And I was reading an interview of Arshdeep where he says that was the turnaround point for the team when they won the double over against Mumbai, having successfully defended like 5 rounds or whatever. It was that much needed confidence. Their ability was never in question. It was the confidence that was. And that kind of turned things around for them. So I think Punjab is definitely has the upper hand here. And I hope I'm right.
Thank you so much, Mandira. Thank you so much, Ayaz. So that's a wrap for another episode of Cricket Pundits. And we look forward to your company in the next matchup as well, as Delhi take on Hyderabad in match number 47 of the Indian T20 League. Until next time, take care and stay safe.